I made the thumbnail for this video entirely with AI, and you know what's awesome is I did it in a matter of seconds. Now listen, I know you're probably a busy entrepreneur like myself. You want to make more content, you want to make more posts, but you don't want to spend a ton of time trying to learn new things. So one of the things that I want to share with you today is how to make an image of yourself using a program called Flux LoRA. And this program is it can be really confusing, to be honest, but if you'll follow this step-by-step guide, I can show you how I made images that look like this, and this, and even this. And I even did a test where I updated my profile picture on Facebook just to see what kind of reactions I'd get. And what's interesting is I had so many people comment that I haven't talked to in a long time, and I did it so quickly just by doing a post that I wouldn't normally post. You don't have to be an expert. Like, this is not an advanced tutorial. This is actually, I'm going to be walking you through step by step, so every step of the way, so that you'll understand very clearly on how you can make images in your likeness and then start promoting them on social media. And I'm telling you guys, it's so fun. You can make some really engaging content that I just laugh at them. I put them up there, I laugh, I think it's hilarious. But the thing is that people get noticed, and pictures can really enhance things that you're talking about. I could talk to you forever about all of this stuff because I'm super excited about AI and I love talking about it. But let me show you how to get started step by step. Let's go. All right, the next step is you're going to take all of your pictures from your iPhone or your phone or your camera, and you're going to create a series of photos of yourself. So basically, I have like 90 photos of myself. You can do it with far less, probably 20 to 40. And you can pull them from your iPhone, but I don't have a ton of photos of just myself in my iPhone. So I just took a bunch of photos. So you're going to see it's just kind of like this. So I just took a bunch of different photos, different facial expressions, because I didn't have all these others. I did find a couple photos of myself that are, like out in the place, whatever. Okay, so I've got I didn't even know I had that one in there. That's funny. Okay, so I've got all these photos, but basically I've got some photos, so I have some data to train this AI. Okay. The most important thing about all of this is that you need to make sure that you rename each of these photos, because they're probably going to come in some random sequential number letter thing. So just click on it. If you're on a Mac, you can click and then click again, and then you can type 1, 2, 3 or whatever. I just did Joe and a dash, copied it, and then did the same thing, Joe dash, and I did it all the way there. But you need to make sure that you do that. Now, if you don't want to have your name, fine. Just do 1, 2, 3, 4, but it needs to have .jpg after it. Okay? Now, once you have all of that, then you're going to go to a website, and this website is called fal.ai. And what you're going to need is you're going to need to have a GitHub login in order to log into this. So you click get started, and you can continue with GitHub, or you can continue with SSO. I don't know what that one is, so I haven't done it, but I do have a GitHub account. Now, if you don't have one, there's a button right here that says sign up. So you can click, follow the steps, and sign up. It's free. At least this part of it is. Now, once you're logged in, from here, you're going to see this is kind of the interface. Now, it can be confusing because you may not know what exactly you're looking at, and that's totally fine. That's why I'm doing this tutorial. So the first thing you're going to go is you're going to hit Explore, and then from Explore, you can look at all of the different trainers and all of the different models, okay? But the one that we're looking for is this one right here, and it's called Flux LoRA Fast Training. So that's the one that you want to click on, this one right here. So I'm going to go ahead and click on it. And then from here, you're going to see that you can train this AI, all right? So I've ran a few different training scenarios, and you're going to be able to train the AI. Now, in order to do that, the reason that I had you make and I'll close this out so you can see it. The reason that I had you make this file is because you're going to be able to upload it. Now, rather than having to upload individual ones and name them, you're just going to click on the folder and you're going to compress the folder. And it's going to make a zip file. Now, this zip file that you have, when you go back into here, into Flux LoRA Fast Training, you're going to see image data URL, and you'll see pick a zip file. Okay, I'm going to click pick a zip file, and then as you can see, I've got a zip file right there that I can use. It wasn't done zipping when I tried it, but now it is. So it's here, you're going to click on it, and then from there, you're going to hit open, and it's going to show that zip file and how big it is. And then you need a trigger word. Now the trigger word is what you're going to put in the prompt to let it know that you want to use your face. So what you're going to do, I just put, click on here, I just put Joe. That's my trigger word. You can put whatever you want, but when you're doing your prompts, since it's me, I figured I'll just put my name. And then from there, I'm going to go in and I'm going to look at some additional, so it has create mask, steps. Okay, this is great. Everything looks good for what I want to do here. So then I'm going to go ahead and hit start. Then what's going to happen is over here, you're going to see something that says processing. So it's uploading the file right now. After the file's uploaded, it's going to start processing right here. And when it's done processing, you'll see completed. So I'm going to let this thing upload. We'll wait a second so you can at least see what it's doing. And then after it's done loading, we'll go ahead and start showing you how to use it. So I'll probably just fast forward this just so you don't have to wait. Okay, it says training submitted. Your training request has been submitted and will be processed soon. So now you can see that here's my training data. This is the training data that I have, and it's in queue. Now, the thing is a lot of people are using this, and so it only has so much processing, so it may take a minute in order to do it, but look, it's already switched to in progress. So it's going pretty fast. So this may take a minute. We'll let it go, and you don't have to do anything right now. You're going to wait until you see something that says completed. The other thing, while we're waiting for this to be completed, is I want you to know that it does cost money. So this is something that will cost you money, but I've generated quite a few images, and I had an initial starting amount of $20. So you can go into here, and let's just look at the pricing so that you can see how it works. So we're literally, for what we're doing, I have a $20 plan. It's 0.25 per megapixel. It's actually a little bit more than that. It's really kind of more like 3, but let's go back. Let's go back here just for a second, because it'll actually tell you how much it's using, but it's about 3.5 cents per image that I generate using this model. So 3.5 cents to make all these awesome images. So $20 will last you a while. I've been using it a lot. So one of the things is you're going to want to click on is to add some funds. And you can even give, I have it to give me a balance threshold, which will email me when it gets to $2. So when it gets to $2, I will then get a notification and I can add more money. Adding money is simple. You just choose what you want to pay, and then you add billing information and go ahead and buy. And you'll see, you'll have your invoice, all that stuff. And then when you're at your apps, we'll go back to the app real quick. And you'll see your balance of how much you have up there. All right, it's done. You've made it. We've got it in here. So now what we're going to do is we're actually going to use it. So what you're going to do is you're going to click Run Interface. So you're going to click that. And then what happens is it's going to load a page, and you're going to see a little bit of some information, and you're going to see Joe, and then you can put a prompt in here. Okay, so this is how you get started in making it. And then what you're going to see is you're going to see the scale, And then you're going to see additional settings. Now, I've been messing with this quite a bit. You can do what you want. There's some people that say have the guidance scale up to 9 to 10, some lower. But for whatever reason, for me, just keeping it at 3.5, which is actually the default value, gives me some really good images. So you can do whatever you want on that. Now, the other thing you can do is you can have multiple images created at the same time. So I could say do 2 images at the same time. And you can do all the way up to 4 images. I'll probably just keep it at 2. Just so we can see that. Now look, here's the thing that you're going to see. Your request will cost you 0.035 cents per megapixel. So for $1, you can run this model approximately 29 times. Now, here's the thing, is this is the default size right now, and it's like 512 by 512 megapixels. So if you go Square HD and you make it bigger, it's going to cost you more per high definition. I've actually just used the default and or square. That one I've used quite a bit, and it's plenty good unless you really want to make like something super high def. Now, let's just go ahead and just do a simple prompt. Joe wearing a black suit. And we're going to go ahead and run it. So we hit run. This will take between 10, it says 6-7 seconds, maybe 10 seconds. And then it will generate 2 images of me wearing a black suit. And if you find that the image isn't looking a lot like you, and it may take a little bit longer the first time, but that's pretty good. I mean, if you look at that, that's not bad. I kind of got a little smirk. This one a little bit more serious, but looks pretty good, right? Okay, so that is how you do it. Now, one thing that I've been doing is I also have a Midjourney. Let's go in here, geez. A Midjourney account. Now, this Midjourney account is super helpful for one reason. As a business owner, I'm super busy. I don't want to have to mess with a ton of prompts. So I'm going to find something that I like. And Midjourney is about $10 a month. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to type profile picture. And let's just see what shows up. So look at all of these different pictures. This is kind of cool. I'm going to try this one. So when you click on this right here, it actually grabs the prompt that was used to generate this image. And I'm going to try it. I haven't done this one, so I don't know where it's going to be, how good it's going to be. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get it, put it in Flux, and then I'm going to paste it. And then I'm not going to say Hispanic man. I'm just going to say of a man in his 40s. All right, and I got a few extra pounds. Let's go for it. We're going to go ahead and hit run, and we'll go ahead and see what happens. I'm excited to see what happens, actually. That's pretty good. Look at that. Look at these. Got a little bit of the gray. A little chunkier. So one of the things is you can literally just go ahead and start messing with them. This one's kind of cool too. So let's go in and look at this one. That's just a selfie guy. That's not a really great prompt. Let's look at that one. All right, selfie taken, middle-aged man. I like it. Go ahead, put it in. Now remember, the trigger word is Joe, so I have to leave Joe. Run, and we'll see what happens. Now, if you really want to get some detailed, then you can start looking at that. But look at that. That's pretty good. Not bad. Then, so again, this is one of those things that you can actually use. Now let's do one that is maybe a little bit more random. Let's see. Man, that's kind of cool. Okay, selfie taken. Wait, that's not it. Let's do prompt. There we go. Okay. Now, if I wanted more detail, I'm going to go ahead and show you how you can do more detail. So you can create custom GPTs. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the GPT that I'm going to be using. It's one that I've created. But basically, if you want this link, let me know. I'll send it to you. But what it will do is it will actually, let me see if I can find it. It will make Midjourney prompts and for Flux as well. So I'm going to go ahead and say, make this prompt better. So now it's going to go in and use best practices from Flux LoRA and also Midjourney, and it's going to put this stuff in here, which is awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and copy that. And let's see what it gives me. Go ahead and put it in here. And we'll go ahead and run it. And that is really how you can start to make some pretty cool graphics. And I'll show you some others that I've made, but look at that. Like, because I've given it more detail, it's really made some pretty cool graphics that you could then talk about or use in your social media posts. Let's go ahead and do one other thing really quick. We're going to go ahead and we're going to do a landscape version of that. And actually, let's do it like if we were going to do a portrait and run it again. And then that way it would be something you could put in your LinkedIn or any of that kind of stuff. Go ahead and let it run. Check it out. But look at that. That's pretty cool. I like that one. I'm going to save it. And then I'm going to go ahead and look at that. Look at that. It's so cool. Like, okay, guys, like this is such a cool tool and it's so fun to use, and you can actually put a ton of stuff there to help people see you and have more engagement in your social media posts and in the things that you're doing. Plus you can use it for like really cool thumbnails like the one I did in this video. If you liked what I'm doing, feel free to subscribe, like the video, comment, tell me some things that are your pain points as business owners, and I am doing everything AI to help you guys out. I would love to share my knowledge with you guys on how to generate more money, more business, and have your time back using AI tools to help you grow your business without having to grow headaches and other issues that you normally deal with when you're dealing with a business. So thanks again for watching, and seriously, subscribe. You won't regret it.